What is up, ninjas? My name is Semrold and I'm all dressed up for you. Check that out. I'm rocking the Chelsea boots. Nice little polo here for you guys because I love you so much. Why did you leave me? And today we're gonna rock the beat by showing you guys a Big Room Producer's secret plug-in weapon. A lot of you guys already know it, so it is kind of clickbait. I am gonna agree there. And a lot of you guys use it for the presets on there because you've seen your favorite producers use it. However, today I'm gonna teach you what's going on behind the Camel Crusher. You probably already knew what it was, especially from the thumbnail, right? So if you guys are ready, let's begin. Now the project file we're going to be using is going to be a free project file I'm going to be releasing next week in celebration of, the Cell Revolution pack that we're going to be releasing on September 8th. It's going to give you guys the sound of cell recordings, which as many have stated has a little hybrid sound going between revealed recordings, funk recordings, and all this. So there's a lot of groove house, a lot of big room, and a lot of progressive house stuff going on there, and the presets are dope. Wait till you check them out. Alright, ninjas, so we are here and we're gonna have these leads on right now. As you guys are gonna see, they sound super dope. Nothing can replace a well sound design lead, and I think these are gonna be so well designed for this genre. Anyways, this is how they're gonna sound like. Now I'm gonna lower the volume on the master just because it will get kind of hype in here and you guys might start wanting to go out and party, but we gotta learn. So here we go. So notice how it sounds so dope. That sound is just fucking amazing. We're gonna have one. We're gonna have this, and we're gonna have this, and of course you gotta layer it with a percussive element. Pro tip right there. Alright guys, now let's talk a little bit about the Camel Crusher. A lot of people use it like this. They'll load in a preset like American Crunch, American Crunch, American High-Gain, British Clean. Turn it on. You can see what it's doing. Just turn. Now you can see why this is a big room producer's, any producer's secret weapon is because it's just super good at giving you the results you want. In the end, we just want to get that sound to sound more exciting and fatter, and that's what's happening here. Now, a lot of people don't know what's going on behind doors, and that's why we are going to be going into this and explaining every little thing inside of it. So if you guys are ready, let's get straight into this. So first off, we're going to have distortion. Distortion, as you guys know, is just saturation overdone. So you can kind of argue that we are saturating with this little section of the Camel Crusher. The tube has always been an analog, warm style of distortion. Many consider it very musical, and I think I like it more. It's going to sound like this. Notice that if we push it a lot, it's really not going to distort the sound. It's good for more gentle sounds that you don't want them to sound distorted as hell. Very good there. Now, the next one is the mech, which is the dirty version of the tube. I'm going to consider this a little bit more of a digital distortion, and it does get really nasty. Let me lower the volume on this. So you can see that you're going to have a little bit of both worlds, and the way I recommend people use it is, use the presets and just kind of ease up on it. Just that, know the fact that tube is more musical. So let's say that you like a preset, but there's just too much mech and you never knew what mech was. So we'll just lower down on it and add a bit of tube to still get that nice saturation there, nice distortion, but not overdone. Okay, that's pretty much the distortion module. All right, guys, now the filter is very simple. You're going to have some sort of distortion. And with the filter, you can kind of just, get rid of it. It's going to be a low pass. Add a bit of resonance. I'm not a big fan of the filter in the Camel Crusher. However, you can use it creatively. I think it would have been a lot better if they let us kind of route the way we have it. So the filter comes first, then the distortion. Giving us that option would have been awesome. But the plugin is pretty old, and it's crazy that we're still talking about it in 2017, almost 2018. All right, so the filter, just very simple, low pass cutoff, and then the resonance. The resonance is really going to be just this. If we bring up an EQ8, oh, I don't have the audio effects on here. But pretty much it's going to be the resonance. It's that kind of high peak. If we were to open up, let's say here, Serum, and go on this preset, and the resonance is just going to be here. Let's add a low pass real fast. It's going to be that little resonating thing here, and especially here, you're going to be able to see that. So that's what the resonance is there. So very simple. But really cool to have, I guess, the filter if you want to get rid of the high frequencies that are produced by, let's say, a distortion. Now, the compressor is very standard, and it's actually kind of like a dummies compressor because you don't have access to the attack, the release. Pretty much it's based around, like, you know, the CLA of waves. You know, a lot of these
compressors didn't have a tacker released to them, but a lot of people like the way they sounded. Same thing here. This is what the compressor is doing. Now, as you guys know, compression is meant to make stuff quiet. I don't know if the compressor here already has the, you know, the makeup gain on it, but I think it does. Yeah, it has makeup gain on it, or else it would start to go down in volume. So be easy with the compression. Of course, you want to add some. It's going to really squash this dynamics out of your sound. But in the end, you can always add that back with a little bit of sidechain if you think about it. Now, the fat mode here is going to be actually the opposite of what fat should mean. You know, many people think you press fat and it's like, oh shit, it's going to get louder, right? But in reality here, it just eases up the compressor a little bit more, so that let's say you're running a vocal through it, or you're running like a string through it, you don't get like the nasty little high bit, you know, over compression and over distortion sound on top of it. So that's what the fat mode is doing there. It's just making the compressor be a little bit less easy on that ass. All right, guys. And with that being said, that's literally the Camel Crusher. You can apply it on leads. You can apply it on bass lines. Again, just be very careful not to overdo it. Now, this project file is going to be coming out, and it's going to contain, you know, the sound of Wanden. It's a really cool project file. It's going to have a break. So you guys are going to be able to see everything that's going on here to get this sound to sound the way it does. As you can see up here, it's very similar to their track. So make sure to check this project out. It'll be released next week. Soul Revolution is going to come out next week on Friday as well. So I hope you guys are ready for that. It's going to be an amazing pack. I'm doing this in collaboration with Soul Recordings and with Wanden. And so far, the sounds we've been creating have been fire. We're going to have project files, sample packs for all you groove heads out there. So make sure you stay tuned, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking for it. Anyways, ninjas, I hope you guys have a nice day. Take care. Peace out. Remember, dress like a man and do what you want.